Who's Seka?
It's T, I swear.
I don't care if you kill yourself. Anyways, I was on my account today and I was wondering if I should use my talent level 10 materials on certain characters. What do you mean? Crowning characters seems like a big power spike, and my Kaya got so powerful when I crowned him the first time. I was wondering, should I use the second one on him or another character?
Oh, that's a good question.
Of course it is. I'm free to play, not free to play brain.
Okay. Okay. So I woke up yesterday and I said, you know what? I'm gonna crown someone. And I want to crown them so hard. I'm kidding, Q-Tao. I don't have enough mats for you. But one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to crown a character. Of course, I can't do Hu-Tao because it's a big Sag and I never got talent materials, which is super big Sag. But I was not able to figure out who I wanted to crown. And I tried to figure out like all the characters who I could crown. And this video is going to go over crowning. In crowning, there's no other way of saying, or talent level 10, if you want to call it. Since yesterday I was trying to figure this out, I actually spent 11 hours streaming while I was trying to figure out who to crown, and it got me thinking, just like Shinku here, who's still thinking, just like me yesterday. That was 11 hours in this pose right here. Anyways, I tried to figure out who I wanted to crown. The thing that limits a lot of players in this game is not so much characters that you pull and everything, and what really makes things unfortunate for a lot of players, especially content creators and all the other things, is if you want to play a lot of characters, you can't, and you're not so much limited on summons, you're limited on materials, and the materials you're limited on specifically are talent materials. For those of you who are newer to Genshin Impact, so I don't blow your mind too hard, there are two different types of talent materials that we're talking about. The first is going to be the books that you use for leveling up your characters, which is not what we are talking about today. And the talent materials, which are legendary talent materials or 5-star talent materials that you get from weekly bosses. And these kind of dictate the path of how you will play in Genshin Impact based on your RNG. Now, this is kind of a very annoying thing because even if you summon the character that you really want, you may not be able to play the character that you really want, and you might be dictated by the game's RNG to what character you can really maximize. And that's kind of an unfortunate thing in Genshin Impact, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, and eventually you'll be able to max out all these characters. It will just take you a little bit longer. Now, I made a meme video a while back about why I was dropping Diluc, and the major reason, if you didn't know why I dropped Diluc I said it as a joke, but it's because he's not Bennett. Well, it actually was because he's not Bennett. And the reason that's true is because, of course, Bennett and Diluc take the same talent material. Now, I talk about this thing a lot on my streams, and I talk about talent materials a lot on my stream and what characters I want to level. Now, having 3 different accounts, I actually have a perspective where I can actually level up so many different characters with so many different talent levels, because that's just the way that I can level up characters and have fun with them and experience new different things. And if you don't have multiple accounts, then there's no way that you can progress fast enough because you won't have these talent materials, which is kind of like a weird niche that I'm in for having this, like, oh, hey, I know this. When leveling up characters, whether you're free to play or a whale, one of the things that you have to decide really early on is which characters you want to level up for their talents. Now, you have to pick out of these lists, and even with the most recent characters that have come out, which are going to be on these 3 sets of characters, which are going to be Ganyu as well as Zhao and Rosaria soon. We got Child, Diona, and then, of course, the new Hu-Tao. And finally, we got Zhongli, Albedo, and Jin Yang. So you have to actually choose as a player which one of these characters that you would like to play based on a talent material that you have no idea if you're going to drop on them early on. Because that's the case, and because you have to choose based on these types of things, the power level of your characters might be hampered in some way because you aren't leveling up these characters. Now, one of the questions I get asked a lot on stream is, hey Seka, is this character worth building? Is this character good at C0? Is this character worth blah, blah, blah? And a lot of people focus a lot on constellations. But what I would urge a lot of players to actually think about is, what talent materials do you actually have on your account? And what characters could you play right now if you summon for them or use them? So if you're not sure where to look, of course, go to your bags, and then it's right here. Good to see. By the way, I'm probably gonna have to summon for Rosaria. Oh on Asia. So what really dictates my summoning patterns on my Battle Pass Welcome account, my main account, and my free-to-play account is actually my talent materials. I'm not even kidding. My talent materials dictate where I want to summon. And that's such a weird experience as a player, where if I wanted to try a new character or try something else different, I do it based on the talent materials that are on my account. If you weren't aware, the reason I pick it that way is because I know that I can only maximize the characters or only feel the power level of my certain world level with these talents, because I'm at the maximum world level rank, and I really feel like if I want to feel the experience of these characters, I'm going to have to get a little bit of talents on these characters. If you don't know this about the talents though, one of the things that you should really know about talents is that talent level 6, 7, and 8 are extremely inexpensive in comparison to talents levels 9 and 10. And the thing we're talking about in this video is crowns, and if you should crown multiple characters, how you should crown them, etc., and what the most efficient path is. So currently on my Asia account, the only characters that I have crowned are Zhongli on his normal attacks, just because I was trying something out for a YouTube video, not because it's a good idea, but it ended up becoming a mad lad idea, and it was super fun and really good actually, and I'm very glad I did it. And Traveler on the E. Those are the only two characters I thought about. Yesterday, when I was actually pondering who I should crown, one of the things that came across my mind, of course, is should I crown the same character, or should I crown different characters based on their elemental skills and bursts? And the reason that came up as an idea was like, well, I have talent materials right now lying around for certain characters, but should I then spend those same talent materials crowning the same character, or do a whole new character, or save till I get a whole new character? And the reason that kind of popped into my head about like who should I crown different characters like that is because I wanted to know what the value is of these kinds of talents and if they're really, really good or not. So over my 3 different accounts, I actually ended up finding this for my for all my characters. So my whale account, these are the characters that I could potentially crown on my whale account, and these are the characters I could crown on my free-to-play account. And on Asia, all I got is Traveler. I'm thinking about it. I'm hard thinking about second crowning Traveler. Let me know if you want to see that. But he also has a max refined blacklift sword now, so it might be really fun for a video. Let me know if you want to see that in the video comment section down below. But because we have all these kinds of characters to talent up, and we have all these characters that you could potentially do, is it better to crown the same character or 2 different ones? Now, every player is going to have a different choice regarding this, and it's not always going to be a good choice, bad choice, whatever it may be. But crowns are such a limited material since we've only gotten, I think, a total of 4 or 5 of them, I think 4, in the entire time Genshin Impact's been out. Is it more worth to then feed them to the same character, that's your waifu, or is it more worth it to then spread them out? So a while ago, I made a spreadsheet about how much it costs to do level 90 stuff and talked about like resin costs, etc., for the talent materials. And I wanted to go back to this a little bit so you can see it really briefly for this video. This video, by the way, is for should you level characters to 90. Link to that video in the description below. The reason I wanted to show this off again is because I wanted to talk about talent level 9 and 10 and if you're ever going to do them and what the total resin cost is. If you are going to be spending through talent levels 9 and 10 for any abilities, no matter what, it's going to cost you a significant amount of resin, as you can see here. But the total amount of resin is actually going to cost you in general just to like spend on those talents, which is like a month of grinding. By the way, the talent level cost here is basically a battle pass worth of resin. So once per battle pass, you get enough additional materials to, to just do one. You get a total of 1,500 resin in a battle pass or so, right? So that's a little bit more now with the new condensed resins. So, but if I add the condensed resin in, it's pretty close to this. But yeah, that's I'm just saying that's a lot of resin that you're going to be spending toward this idea. So you got to make sure you get it right the first time. So certain characters like Mona, I'm considering like leveling up their normals to level 10, and I actually farmed out a bunch of books and the different things to figure this out. So I wanted to ask you guys what you guys thought, if it was better to level up multiple characters for their talents to spread out your resources to different characters for their rotations, or level up the same character. On my Zhongli and Albedo, I actually, since they take the same talent material, I was able to split the talent cost between these two characters, even though I ran out of all my talent materials, to actually split it to 8, 9 over here, and then filing that 9 over here. And I found that to be a super valuable choice. And I found that actually not crowning one of my characters and actually splitting the resources that I had, the limited resources, between two characters was a really, really good option. And I found that crowning a character actually was the thing that was holding me back. So the thing about Genshin Impact that was super weird that I didn't realize until recently is that using a crown on any of your characters is actually something you probably shouldn't do, except for YouTube videos, because you know I gotta make that video. But as far as crowning goes, I don't think it's something that most players should be doing. I think a talent level 8 or 9 is probably the point that you should stop, because the difference in cost between a talent level 8 is 450,000 Mora, which is a crap load of resin, and 700,000, as well as all the books that you require. So beyond those two different things, just the amount of books and talents that it costs, going to talent level 8 is definitely the point that I would probably stop for most of your characters, and the big main DPS, I might stop at talent level 9. I don't think going to talent level 10 is the appropriate choice for most players. We're talking about 99.9% of players in the game for most characters in the game, including your main DPS. And the reason I think that might not be the right choice for a lot of players, and you should actually just start saving the crowns, is actually not because crowns are a limited resource. I don't care that they're a limited resource. I don't even have the fucking resin to get the materials to maximize the kits to even utilize that. So it wouldn't even matter to me that they're a limited resource at all. So I think you should actually start saving your crowns just to save you resin. And because the damage increase between a level 9 and level 10 talent is probably about a 5 to 10% damage increase overall for your entire kit, and it's really not worth all that resin and Mora to then just sink into one character, because then it slows down the rest of your account. The resin cost value of actually leveling a talent to talent level 10, the 700,000 Mora, all the books that you're going to need, is pretty significant. Just for one talent level, it's over 3 days worth of resin, almost 4 days worth of resin to actually just level up one talent on one character. And all that resin could be actually spent getting multiple characters leveled up or getting multiple talents leveled up to level 6. So the resin cost for talent level 10 is exorbitant. And I really find it to be not valuable because you can actually level up other talents in between. Then because I actually split between Albedo here, and got his talent level to 9, and I got my Zhongli to talent level 9, I was actually able to have a way better experience playing the game. And I think crowning characters is a mistake. Even on my whale account where I do resin refreshes every single day, the thing that holds me back the most is for YouTube videos when I decide to crown a character. But I feel like crowning characters is the thing that I should not be doing on any of my other accounts for my Battle Pass only and my free-to-play account, because now I can actually spread those resources to other characters and have a better experience with them. And I didn't realize this until yesterday when I was deciding which character I really wanted to crown just for fun. Even though I made a video a while ago about talent levels 8 and 90, talent level 9 and 10, and if you should level a character to 90 or not, the other thing that I didn't really realize is that even if I'm ascending those characters to level and getting the talent level 9, the talent level 10 is the thing that costs the most amount of resin, and I really should be holding back on that for certain accounts so that I can actually have a better experience playing Genshin Impact. For the characters I'm actually going to be crowning next for YouTube videos, because I wanted to be responsible and tell you guys what I'm doing. I'm going to be crowning Shinku next, and I'll be trying out his overall kit at talent level 10, so hopefully I'll be able to get him up, dude. And I will totally get him boosted out to a point where I can try talent level 10 on him, and I'll see max level rain swords with the Mad Lad stats, with the sacrificial sword, testing out with other different weapons, etc., and seeing what the real value for a Xingqiu is at the maximum possible efficacy. I was considering doing Beidou and actually leveling up the talents, but I actually did not get the artifacts I wanted to do that, so I'll probably do that at a later date, and I potentially will do a double crown Beidou or something like that, or triple crown Beidou at some point for YouTube videos. But again, I probably won't be able to do it on my other accounts. On my free-to-play account, again, I don't recommend crowning characters in general because it's not really great, but for fun, I'm doing it for YouTube videos. I will be doing a crowned Kaya showcase. We'll be doing a double crown Kaya showcase, so that will be coming soon. And I'll be doing that with a different set, so you can check it out. It's actually pretty mad lad so far. Unfortunately, I leveled up the Jin Yang, I got her up, and what I found was that Jin Yang sucks at C0. Like, she sucks. I was not impressed. I was just so sad. I thought it was gonna be fun, but it's actually just not fun. It's reverse fun. I really didn't like it. It's not fun at C0. C2, like, that'd be real, like, that sounds a lot more fun. C1 and C2 are like really cool, but like, yeah, no constellations Jin Yang. That shit's boring. No constellations Shishu's fine though, by the way, if you want to try him. Hey guys, my name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it. I don't really recommend crowning, but I'm gonna do it because YouTuber, just, you know, for content and it's fun, but it might hold you back in your progression. So please, you know, crown responsibly. Have a great day, guys. Peace.